If you see what we can see, then adventure waits for all of us. There's a place that we should be. Come along, 'cause it's high tide and we can't lose. Come and draft away with us. Come and draft away with us again. So now that you're on board, let the love
At least that's going to save on the energy bills, isn't it?
away with us.
So we've got a lot of stuff to move over to the boat today. Got a van full. Ecoflows, insulation. So it's going to be a bit windy as well, so we have to watch that nothing blows off.
Come and draft away with us again. Don't let it end. There's 1,000 dreams between us, and we're reaching for the land. Won't you draft away with us? Come and draft away with us. Won't you draft away with us?
Right, so you saw us cut it all, we got it to the boat, and now we're going to see if Gemma's measurements are all lined up and see if they fit.
I'll go back on that one because Simon actually measured it last week and I just wrote the numbers down, so.
We'll see if your writing's good. Right, so we've actually numbered them, so we've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Yes.
What's after 5?
6.
6, you go. Should we see if it fits?
Let's lift it up. Let's raise it up.
Raise the insulation.
Nearly got you.
So we've got a little bit of a gap up here. Now this will get rectified obviously when we replace all the wall. So for now I'm going to get some closed cell expanding foam and just fill the gap. I've never done this before.
I've done loads, you end up everywhere, so
How'd you work it?
I'll let it
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Oh, I can feel the warm now. Oh.
Is that enough?
Yeah, I'll be playing that.
Will it grow?
Yep.
It's not,
Very good. What?
it's not growing.
It will. It will grow. But the mistake people make is putting more in.
I like to see it grow before my eyes though.
Stringy bitch.
It's like silly string, but for adults.
Does it smell nice?
You smell it, yeah.
Right, while I've got it out then, is there any others?
This one, eh? Bit more at the beginning. How's that? A bit more there. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Right, you've passed.
Still coming. Cool.
Smooth the end over to it. Oh. You can to me. Before you can get in. Right, yeah. you just sort of keep guard in and I'll. Okay.
10 mil. Okay. Hold on. Yeah. Hold on.
Alright, that's it.
It's snowing.
Christmas came early. Oh, well, we didn't cut it all by hand.
Whipped that one, isn't it?
Oh,
Have we got it on the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You look gorgeous.
Great. Where's the ceiling gone again?
So there are all the big pieces done. So now we've got littler pieces to go into the end, and then we're going to seal it all up with some closed cell expanding foam.
easy to know. Okay, so on the writing down, we need to cut the corner over. So we need to cut this corner out because there's some wires. Fix this, we'll go over there. This one will go down. So we'll filter it that way.
You cutting corners again?
Yeah. Now if this fits, I'd really look like I know what I'm doing.
You haven't got overalls on?
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. See, the level of these are different. You want to put a packer between. You want to put a packer under here.
So we've left the insulation isn't touching the plywood. It's got, you know, a bit of breathing room for airflow and stop condensation. So just going to put a packer in between the two to keep them at the same level.
Oh, look at that. Oh.
Beautiful. Yay!
Happy days.
So this is like the last time ever that we're going to see this roof.
Robbo's paint job.
Right here.
You're not going to be able to see his runs.
Oh no! I doubt you don't want to see my runs, do you?
So do we need to do packers for all of them now?
Yeah, you may as well. Yeah. So is that definitely our waste?
Yeah.
So how many do we need?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more for in here.
So we'll just do it. It has to be as big as it is.
No.
Slot them in.
So you won't really need one here.
Da, da, da.
warm already.
Yeah, we have installation.
It's quite a good fit, really. We did it like it's a bit too precise in places. But it's like just little skims, but oh, good. All you got to do now is what?
I gotta line the floor just so you can see it.
Do the wheelhouse.
Right, do you and Robbie want to go into the wheelhouse and fill all of these edges?
Okay, sounds good.
So I'm about to go and fill all just the little gaps, just all the way around. I don't want expanding foam all over me, so I'm gonna suit up, but also because I'm working above my head, I've got a feeling it's gonna go all over my hair. So the only thing I can find to go over my hair is like, you know, these that go over your feet. Will that work? Getting there. So the clocks go back this weekend, so that means earlier, darker nights. Earlier nights, yeah. So what we're going to do is our Ecoflow solar panels, because the sun is all the way around the boat during the day, but very low. We're going to stick some panels on the side of the boat to see if we can help with our electric during the winter months. So let's go and get them out and screwed up to the side of the wall. It's like it was made for that space. And it also hides our cracks in the wall.
Cool, so we're sort of preempting here for like next time or next video, but it shows we steam bent this web frame here, and so we now need to put one in here, but it's a massive curve, so I think we're going to steam bend it. So, to give you a quick demo. Oh god, do you remember me not giving out to get this in there? What do you think? No. Left a bit, right a bit. Crap. Right, come back in 2 minutes. We'll make a brew or something. Why they were so big? Said no man ever. So you can see, straight pieces don't fit into curvy boats. So last time I basically put a clamp there, clamp there, clamp there, slowly progressively brought it in, all of a sudden it's like so yeah, we need to steam bend. So let's go have a look at the steam bending setup.
Go on, how far can you push that back?
That's all.
Yeah, not enough and too much force.
13 stone idiot on it there. So this is our steam bending setup. Got a big steel tube, 3 meters long, a bit bright so I'm going to be a bit squinty. So then we've got a what's it called, a wallpaper stripper steamer, basically a kettle. And then the hot steam comes down this red pipe. So once the oak is inside here, we're going to put that on there. Then you're going to use a plastic cup, goes over the end. Perfect. But it's such a consumer of electricity. It's like running the kettle, because you need to steam bend for an hour per inch. So go for the narrowest points. So we basically got 1.5 inches. So that's basically an hour and a half's worth of steaming. So it's like having the kettle on for an hour and a half. Our boat can't really sustain it. We'll be left with no electricity at all. So just remember from a while back, we got the Ecoflow. So this here can run this steamer. So I don't know what the percentage of battery is on at the moment. We're on 49% battery. So should have probably let it charge for longer on the solar, but today's a perfect day for doing this. So we're going to now run this. When this gets below 30%, which is the setting that we set it at on the app, it's really next level stuff. Then the generator will kick in and then bring it back up to 50%. Then the generator will turn off, then it will carry on its merry way. They're the levels we've got it set at to do our steam bending with. But you can choose different percentages it kicks in, kicks out, so it can basically suit your needs. So you can go all the way down to 10%, then it'll bring it all the way up to 100%, then it'll be off for longer, basically. So let's give it a try. So let's get this warming up, and we'll plug it in. And now you'll start to see the Ecoflow draw electricity, so we're at like 1900 watts. The camera cannot see that. But there's a really cool app, so I don't know whether Gemma can do a screen record, it's massively beyond me, but to show the power this kettle's consuming. So now we'll let it cook for an hour and a half.
So what I like about this smart generator as well is it's an electric start. So I struggle with engines, you know, that are pull start, but I can literally just go on the app on my phone and press the button and it switches on. So at the moment we've got 33% power in the Zelta Max, and I've got it set that when the battery gets to 30%, the smart generator automatically kicks in. And it's probably one of the quietest generators as well that we've ever used. So that's a bonus. We won't upset the neighbours too much.
So we're at 49% on the Delta Max Ecoflow, so technically when it gets to 50 this should turn off. Anytime now, won't be long. There you go. Yeah, we're 50%, so now when this comes down to 30, then it'll technically restart, so that's good that, because it saves running your journey constantly. You know what I mean? That's brilliant, I'm really impressed. Right, okay, so she's been steaming now for a decent amount of time. Oh, sorry. Oh, look at the colour of it. Allowing it to move quick. She's floppy.
You got floppy wood?
So we did steaming successfully.
For the second time.
For the second time. So we didn't really film the first one because stuff can go wrong, can't it? And we kind of knew what we're doing now. We just heat it up, walk away for an hour and a half. Forget to put water in the thingy because it boiled dry, so then we had to like almost restart. Yeah, it's all good. And the Ecoflow, perfect for that job, otherwise our batteries would have been deplenished by now.
So as well as having our Delta Max and the smart generator, we've also got an extra battery. So that's going to increase our capacity as well, which is really, really going to help during winter when we can't rely on the solar. So we've got a bigger storage capacity. So at the moment, the solar panel on the side is now charging these two. So at the minute, we've got 140 watts going in. The sun is a bit behind the clouds, so it's still producing solar, which is absolutely fantastic. So while we're not here, these will charge, and then by the time we come back again, hopefully both batteries should be back up to 100% off the solar. And then we'll only need to use the generator on days where we're using high-powered items. So it's a great backup system for the winter for us. This would also be fab at home to save on the electric bills, wouldn't it? Ecoflow are having a Black Friday sale at the moment, so I'll drop a link in the description, go and check them out. And what's really good as well, I usually struggle picking up like big heavy generators. It's so light compared to others. So yeah, I like that. Thank you so much to Ecoflow for sponsoring today's episode.
So while we were waiting for the steam So while we're waiting for the wood to cook in the steam box, God, that's like hard work for me to say that. So while we're waiting for the oak to steam, you might have noticed on the time lapse of the water coming in, me messing around with the door. So I changed the lock. So I put a new lock in. So I'm excited now because I can actually open and close the door easily without more grip, and I can lock it and unlock it from the same side. The only problem with it was the handle didn't quite fit, so I've got to cut the back off the handle. So when it goes to the door, you can't see it because of the sun. So there's clearance. But it's obviously only temporary at the moment. We'll find better knobs. Might even make some actually. Alright, so what are we doing now, Jem?
Well, now all me expanding foam's all dry. Simon wants to like get it all off, but I said, well no, we may as well just cut it so it's flush to the ceiling, because it doesn't matter that it's there when it's all plied over, all panels over, or whatever we're doing with it, which won't be anytime soon because we've got all wires to run before we actually put a nice finish on this ceiling.
We've got more pressing jobs than a ceiling, haven't we?
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's just,
I'm just going to go around, and anywhere where it's lower
you're
than...
gonna bang your head on it.
No, but anywhere where it's lower than the wood, I'm just going to cut the big bits off. It doesn't have to be pretty, does it?
See, it's not like me to want it to be pretty, but I think it just looks a bit... Dude, I was going to sort of like take it all back like that, but it's quite a lot of effort for no real gain.
No, so it's all going to be hidden.
It's all going to be hidden. It just looks a bit... I know it's going to be like this for now for a couple of years, so... But at least we'll be toasty. Right, let's get to chopping off the excess.
We got insulation.
Yay!
So I'm quite happy that we've got that done in time for winter.
Yeah, because we do run the heating, don't we? And we know we're hemorrhaging heat everywhere, but...
Yeah. Do you know what's going to be great this winter? Not having to put our buckets out in this room to catch all the water.
Do you remember all the efforts in
Remember
this
when I
room?
used to have to use an umbrella in this room. So we've got our lights back up now, so that's done for a while.
6.
Yeah, so we're off home.
Yeah.
Thank you so much to Ecoflow for sponsoring today's episode.
Yeah.
And thank you to all our patrons and supporters who really do help make this project possible.
Basically, thank you to everyone.
Yeah, and thanks for watching. You don't have to be a patron, just you watching really does help us. So don't forget to press the like button and leave a comment.
Yeah.
And see you next week.
Cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I've also been busy this week making new Ship Happens merch. If you'd like a Ship Happens keyring, there is information to the pricing and how you can pay in the description of this video. Thank you for supporting the project.